What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. First things first, ask questions last. We've got some sales out here, some cheeky little fitness cards. That's right, we're doing the old BPM grind. We're back up to 50,000 coins now, which is very, very nice. But what we're here for right now, right here today, is the fact that we have reached level 30. And so we are able to take our season card. What's sad about that is that these two are relevant anyway, but I don't need to work on this stuff anymore. I don't need to change my squad for it or anything like that. Like, I am done. The only thing I need to keep working towards is squad battles wins, FUT rivals wins, and FUT champs wins, right? That's all because EA have been really creative with their milestones so far. But we have hit level 30. For me, guys, I'm going to be doing nothing because the game's frozen. I'm going to be taking this guy right here, Vazquez. He strong links to Carvajal for me. I know people in my stream as well are trying to convince me to take Luis Zaha. I don't want... Sorry, Luis Zaha. Wrong player altogether. Wilfried Zaha. I don't need him, right? Like the card that he has, there are so many cards. To be fair, all three of these cards I don't need. They all have counterparts in this game that are very, very affordable. Most of them have better counterparts. What I like the most about Vazquez is that he has really, really good stamina, and he will make a really great cam. And he strong links to Pep, and he perfect links to Carvajal. Obviously, you know, links to Eder Militao, Sergio Ramos, and so on and so forth, right? So we could do a lot with him. He could strong link to Toni Kroos as well if we wanted Toni Kroos. So we've got this card here. I like this card a lot. The 97 stamina is great. The 4-star high-low work rates is great. The dribbling is good. The shooting is okay as well, considering he won't really be shooting that much for me. And then his passing is good. So I'd give him a Deadeye or an Artist to boost that dribbling and passing. And I think if we actually go on to FUTBin and have a look at Vazquez with the Artist Chem Star on him, he goes up to a 91 rated cam. He gets like truly nutty like stats. You could, as I say, you could give him a Deadeye as well, which makes him a really, really good cam as well. Could give him a Maestro. Could give him a Marksman. Like, there's so much you could do with this card, basically. But I think I'm going to go with Artist and boost up that area of him. So a very, very, very good card. My chat saying Engine as well. Let's see him with an Engine. Engine's not bad. Makes his dribbling very good. But I'm probably going to give him an Artist Chem style. And I might rework my team just a little. What we've got the opportunity to do now, which, by the way, once you've done the objective, like, you don't... like, that's it. You can gain more XP. You can't see in the top right, but it says I have 100,245 out of 100,000 necessary. So I'm like, I can gain more XP, but it doesn't go anywhere, which is pretty stupid. But what I could do with this team now is I can link Carvajal and Vazquez together. I could put Rajan Angolan over to the left-hand side, get rid of Douglas Costa, and use that as my team instead, and use Vazquez and Mertens as my cams, Ronaldo and Dzeko as my strikers, and Angolan and Pep as my CDMs. I just need to figure out the best way to get everyone into the team on the best possible chemistry. I'm open to making a few changes here and there as well. But with that being said, guys, we're going to be back with maybe packs and whatnot that might be floating around from the game over the next sort of 24 hours, and some FUT Champs games. So I will be right back. All right, guys, as we get into some gameplay and action, we have got, first of all, a whole bunch of sales. Swedish players, specifically left mids, right mid, CDMs, sold for a lot over the last couple of days because of the Scream Team SBCs. So it was a good way to make some profit back, because I'm a little low on coins right now. I've pretty much got everything in Ronaldo and Mertens. I don't really have many coins outside of that. But of course, we have got some comments from the comments section. And we're going to start with comment number 1, of course, which is from Anonymous. He says, tomorrow's video, I sold Ronaldo. I get that I've bought and sold De Bruyne and Hazard and Neymar, and now we have bought Ronaldo. I won't even lie, I'm getting close to selling Ronaldo. Reason being is that the value... Now, don't get me wrong. He's good, right? He is very good. He's the first player in a long time that has a positive goal to game ratio for me. Like, I know Pookie scored a lot for me, but obviously people's teams right now are way better. And Cristiano Ronaldo for me right now has 43 goals and 15 assists in 28 games. So he is proving his worth, right? And then on the other hand as well, Edin Dzeko has 32 goals and 16 assists in 30 games. So Edin Dzeko, and you'll see from some of the gameplay here, is also scoring a lot of goals. The reason why I'm getting close to selling Ronaldo, two reasons. As good as he is, the fact that he's worth almost 1.6 million coins, once I get about another 200,000 to 300,000 coins, which might be Monday from rewards from squad battles, but it might be Thursday from the new Foot Champs rewards. But once I get to around 200 to 300,000 more coins, if I sell Ronaldo, I can then afford to buy Neymar and Mbappe. And I think as much as I'm enjoying Ronaldo, as much as I'm enjoying Dzeko, and I am really enjoying Dzeko, having Neymar and Mbappe versus having Ronaldo and Dzeko, I think there's a clear winner there. The other reason why I am quite tempted to sell Cristiano Ronaldo is because my defense is a big issue right now. You know, I have Jimenez in backline. He's not bad, but he's identical to Umtiti. We still have Militao, who is good, especially for how many coins you have to pay for him, but is getting to the point where he's getting exposed a bit. Semedo is good and Carvajal is good, but I need to go and get Ramos and Varane or Ramos and Longley or Van Dijk in there as well. And if I sold Ronaldo again, I could go and buy Kylian Mbappe, who would fit nicely into my team because I've got a lot of French players that I could link in. And Mbappe right now is about 1 million coins, 1.1. That would leave me with about 500,000 coins spare. And of course, I would also sell Mertens at that point. So I'd have to sell Ronaldo and Mertens, and I'd be able to afford Mbappe and Van Dijk. And then I would have to start gutting my club out again to go and get Andy Robertson to link with Virgil van Dijk, and then we could just put whoever else in there, right? So I'm tempted to sell Ronaldo. You know, he is scoring a lot more goals for me, and we're going to get onto gameplay in just a little minute here. But you see just the goal like he scores right there. It always comes down to that whole factor of, it's nice to have him. He's definitely something that frustrates people. And when you look, you know, when people kind of like see him in the team, I know what they feel like, because I feel like the same when I see him in the team. Whenever I see any of those big four up front, I'm always like, oh God, here we go again. And that's what people think when they see Cristiano Ronaldo. So I like him a lot, but we'll see. Probably not tomorrow. I'm going to play out this weekend league with him for sure. But middle of next week, we might get rid of Ronaldo. We might pick up someone new. I don't know. Cole says, hi Net, bought Ousmane Dembele and Robertson left back, and they both dropped 20 to 30k. Do you think they'll rise back up, or should I sell them now? Love the content, bro. Keep it up. I don't think they'll rise back up, and here's why. People are there is far more supply of these cards than there is demand, right? Because of the fact that there's just too many coins getting put into the game. The fitness issues had a big reason as to why there was obviously a lot of coins in the game early days, and just in general, you know, we talked about in a previous video the impacts of not having icon SBCs. But what you have to imagine is the reason why they're so cheap is because people don't need to buy them, because they either already have them or just don't want them because they've got something better already, right? And Dembele more specifically than Robertson, I think, in my opinion, because due to the very cheap nature of some of the SBCs that we've seen, and the fact that so many people do already have Ronaldos and Messis and so on and so forth, Dembele is not one that people really care about anymore. So what you have as an issue right now is everybody that does have Dembele is only ever going to look to sell them because people don't want to buy him anymore, because he's kind of useless in the current format of... He's not a useless card, don't get me wrong. He's just useless in the sense of everyone can already afford him. So the people that want him have him, which means, again, there is already an excess of supply. And then when something better comes out for people to have, whether that be an SBC or an informed Dembele or Futmas cards or a new Scream promo or the Movember promo or something like that, where a cool right wing from La Liga comes out, like Lucas Vazquez's storyline card, the only thing more people are going to do is sell Dembele and sell Robertson and sell Lucas and sell Rashford and sell Zaha. And so all of these cards, they are just going to keep plummeting in price because there is absolutely no good reason for them to go up in value. So yeah, I think you're just going to continue to lose profit on those. TTV Alex B says, Nep, if I get Gerrard from swaps, I can't get anything else. So in the next season that's in December or whenever it is, will I be able to use spare swaps tokens that I acquired this season and use them in the next season? The answer to your question quite simply will be no, you won't be able to do that. However, EA have to know that people will have leftover tokens, right? And so based on that and based on what they've done with FUT Champs and the upgrades and stuff like that, I have a feeling that they will, at some stage or another, maybe genuinely, maybe towards the back end of the game, I have a feeling that they will do an SBC where you can submit spare tokens for a specific pack or something like that. I don't think icons, for example, but they could set it so that like you could trade 1 token for a premium gold pack, or 2 tokens for a 15k pack, or 3 tokens for you know, a rare electron players pack, or 5 tokens for a mega pack, or 7 tokens for a 100k pack, something like that, just so that people were actually able to use their spare tokens. So that will probably be long term, but I have a feeling that sort of thing will come. Lil Morrison says, get Koulibaly and Scream Romagnoli for quite cheap, and they both look insane. And that's another thing on where I'm at with this team. I really need to improve my back line. Romagnoli is very cheap and looks very good. He's 90k, which is crazy. The only downside to his card is his reactions and composure are quite slow, but his passing is immaculate. His defending, his pace, his physicality is all very good. And I'm tempted to try him out. I might not like him because of that composure, sorry, the reaction specifically, but everything else about him is absolutely phenomenal. And then even if I didn't like him, as you say, Koulibaly is brilliant. I had Koulibaly in my team about 3 weeks ago, and he's only 27k, and he is genuinely fantastic. A Shadow Chem style on him makes him a brilliant card. And other than him, Manolas is also another one who's stupid cheap. An 85 rated card, 53k, good reactions, good composure. Not the best passing, but another one where it's like you put a shadow on him and he's just got unbelievable pace and defending. And so I sit here and I think to myself, maybe Koulibaly and Manolas are an option. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll see how I finish this weekend league. I did want to talk about yeah, the how I'm playing, and it actually comes from this comment. So One and Only says, Ronaldo's been great for me this year. Last weekend league, he hit 41 goals in my 30 games, and I'm only in gold 1 and could very well be better than Mbappe anyway. I think Mbappe is going to be a great player if and when we get him. You know, maybe we start saving up for him or whatever. I don't know. But in terms of like gameplay and such, I might not necessarily finish elite again this week. In fact, like I went 4-1. Then I went 4-2, and I lost to a guy with such a terrible team. But it turns out he's Espanyol's pro player. So I went from 4-1 to 4-2. I then pushed on to 8-2. I then lost again, 8-3, and then I won up to 9-3. And what's happening with me is I'm still really trying to figure this game out offensively. There's a certain few things that I just don't do enough of that really work well. I'm not really reading the play well, and I've got to just get better in that regard to improve my attacking play a lot. And Ronaldo certainly helps with that. But it's not going to be the difference of me getting Elite 3 and to Elite 2. And like I say, I don't even know if I will get Elite, because I think last year I was definitely an Elite 3/Elite 2 player. That proved in the results. You know, we hit 25 wins multiple times last year. This year, I think I'm a Gold 1/Elite 3 player. So I think there'll be a lot of weeks where I actually don't scrape into Elite 3 and actually finish Gold 1. But at the current market state, as we've discussed before, I don't even mind finishing Gold 1. Okay, you miss out on the 1 red player pick, but I would genuinely much prefer the 2 100k packs to the Team of the Week pack and a 100k pack. So I don't mind finishing Gold. It's always nice to finish Elite because it's that competitive side of me where I'm like, I want to finish there to know that I can finish there. And as my team is getting better and better, theoretically it should be easier, but it's obviously not the way it works in FIFA. But yeah, I'm still struggling. Like, there are certain periods of this game where I just can't put 2 passes together. I can't attack right, I defend poorly, I start panicking, I start rushing in, manually defending, manually switching my players, and it costs me goals. And then there are times where I just play fluid, consistent, quality FIFA. And to get to that level where I know I can just finish 25 wins and stuff again, I really need to get into a habit of playing that good FIFA considerably more consistently than I currently am. A lot of the reason why I'm struggling to do that is actually because of objectives. Because we're playing with teams and formations and players and play styles that we don't normally play with. You know, this time last year, I was spamming rivals to get better. I was playing better players. I was playing, I was practicing against some top tier players. I know we played against a few of the, we played against Masnar, who's actually in qualifiers today. So good luck to him. We played against a few other quality players to try and make sure that our skills are sharp. And that have positive implications. This year, I don't really have time for that because of all the stuff that I do around social media anyway, and then going and spending 15, 18, 20 games to try and score goals from crosses with Serie A players to get that Dzeko. That's 15, 18, 20 games that could have been better spent practicing with my actual team and my actual tactics and my actual formation to try and get better at the game, to try and, improve my weekend league proceedings. And I actually don't mind that I'm not practicing in that regard. I'm having far more fun earning these players. As much I did complain about Dzeko, specifically one of the requirements, but I'm so glad I did him because I have thoroughly enjoyed him in this weekend league. And again, I don't care if I finish Gold 2, Gold 1 or Elite 3. I have thoroughly enjoyed Edin Dzeko a lot, really. Look at that tackle from Militao that falls back to Aubameyang. Absolutely hilarious. So yeah, I'm happy with wherever I finish in champs right now because I'm trying to enjoy FIFA a lot more. But yeah, as I say, if I want to be a more consistent player and do better in a weekend league on a more consistent basis, I need to kind of stop doing the objectives and challenges, which I don't really need to do much anymore because we've already got to level 30. Gianluca says, hey Nep, I've been watching these recently. I want to throw in my opinion. I think that the biggest problems with objectives players is that they are timed. For example, why can't the one to watch Ndombele be obtainable now? It wouldn't hurt the promo as these players aren't in packs, and it would allow EA to make the objectives much harder as when they are timed, they have to cater to the casuals or they feel left out. It would also pull in new players at Christmas as they feel they can get a good start by just playing the game. Love to hear your point of view. I both agree and disagree. I agree in the sense that I wish that there were players to play for that weren't timed. I think EA could do a good job of throwing, and they could use milestones for this as well, putting in some milestone players and maybe use the whole milestone of a player's milestone career. Like, remember when Gareth Barry got that SBC card for 600 games played? That card was slow as hell, but it was good. I remember using it in, FIFA 17 or FIFA 18 Weekend League for a few weeks. They could put in a milestone-esque player like Gareth Barry, for appearances, like Buffon, right? A milestone Buffon for celebrating 800 games or whatever it was that he just completed in football. And to get that Buffon, make it a bit of a challenge, but leave it there for the duration of the year. So even if that means play 800 games with an Italian in your side, so be it, right? Yeah, it might take you weeks, might take you months, might take you the whole game cycle to get there, but you work towards it constantly. And so, like you say, certain things like that, having players in the game for the whole duration, I do like the idea of, because as you say, people that pick it up late, they'll be able to get access to these players still. They won't necessarily feel like they're left behind. But I also like exclusivity of players. So I do think that EA should absolutely keep timed objectives, and specifically around the theme as well. Keep timed objectives around the theme, like scream cards or one to watches, or we're going to have team of the knockout stage where I assume that there's going to be a player or two to play for, and obviously team of the year and team of the season. And for team of the year, it'd be interesting to see what they kind of do for that to give players as timed or playable objectives. But yeah, I see both sides of the point. But I would love exclusive players, and I would love players that are there for the duration of the game that you could just win at any point you want. I think that would be a big win for EA. And then Thomas Kiltum says, "Hi Nep, is Screamer Ozil worth it? Keep up the good work." Absolutely yes. There is only one objective there that is a win condition, and it's not even that difficult. So you only need to win 3 games whilst getting that Ozil, which is brilliant. I think the card itself is good. Other than the fact that he has 2-star weak foot, he will make a brilliant cam. He's nice and tall. He's got really good passing stats, really good dribbling stats, 4-star skill moves. He can shoot. He's relatively fast for a cam as well. His stamina is a little bit low, but in this game, stamina, as I've said many times before, now for FIFA 17, FIFA 20, I beg your pardon, stamina is not even nearly as important as it has been in previous years. at the moment. You know, even when you set a player to come back on defense, you can have a striker banging up and down the field for 90 minutes and he'll still be on good energy at the end of the game. Not necessarily that I agree with that being the way that it should be played. That's just the way that EA have set it up. And then last comment was from Ashley about playing the game. He's struggling against the 10-men Ultra D, and much like myself, I'm struggling as well to really find any consistency with how I play. And I think the best way to do it is to just try and remove the need or care to win or lose. I don't do it great myself. I still get frustrated at this game. I still want to win. I still want to provide, you know, the best content for you guys. I still want to know that I'm good enough to hit elite or better. But I think most importantly, you should play and enjoy the players. And that's why I will stick with Ed Dzeko, because I'm enjoying him. I know he's not meta. I know he's not perfect. You know, having 2-star skill moves is terrible. But I'm really enjoying the way the card plays. I'm enjoying scoring goals with that card. And if it costs me wins, it costs me wins. Who cares, man? At the end of the day, it's a game. It's supposed to be fun. This, though, guys, is going to be the end of the video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.